Hi everybody, and this is part 3 of my favorite Twilight Zone episodes video, and in this video I'll be talking about 9 favorite episodes from season 3 and my 2 favorite episodes from season 4. And first up are the 9 episodes from season 3, which are my favorites. At number 9, Death's Head, revisited about this former Nazi officer who revisits this old this old closed down concentration camp and is visited by the ghosts of the prisoners. And by the middle of the episode, it gets pretty intense. At number 8, Little Girl Lost, and this is about this couple who hears their daughter crying, and they can't find her anywhere in the house, and she's in her room, but only her voice is in the room, but she's not in her room. At number 7, The Dummy, and this is another episode with Cliff Robertson. He was also in the episode 100 Yards Above the Rim from the second season. He plays this ventriloquist with this dummy who has a hold on him, and the ending of it is pretty good and a classic. At number 6, The Little People, and this is the second episode with Claude Akins as one of these 2 astronauts who makes an emergency landing on this planet, which it turns out is inhabited by these small little people the size of ants, and they find small trees and vehicles. And towards the middle of the episode, only one of the astronauts decides to stay on the planet, and then he just goes completely crazy at the end. He gets killed off at the end by these 2 big astronauts, which is definitely one of the memorable scenes from that episode. At number 5, The Last Rites of Jeff Myrtlebank, and this is one of 2 episodes that had James Best, and this is about this guy who supposedly is dead, having a funeral, and then all of a sudden wakes up from his coffin and starts acting like nothing ever happened. At number 4, The Midnight Sun, about this heat wave. Apparently the sun goes into orbit, causing the sun to stay out all day. It doesn't get dark and it doesn't cool down, and these 2 women are the only residents left in this apartment building, and they try to survive. And the most memorable scene of that episode is when one of the ladies who looks at this woman's paintings, tells her to paint something cool, because she always paints things with the sun in them, and she starts going crazy and slams the picture down and says, "Don't paint the sun anymore." And at number 3, 5 Characters in Search of an Exit, about these 5 characters trapped in this big cylinder, and you have this major ballerina, bagpipe player, hobo, and clown, and every few minutes they hear a bell ringing, and then they see a big light, and towards the end, they all try to, one of them attempts to make him the major along with the other characters. They get on top of each other, stand on top of each other, and make a mistake, make an escape with only the major doing it. And then there's the ending where he looks up and then falls, and it turns out that they were toy figures for this charity, and the ending is pretty good with the doll figures scattered in the bucket, and the ballerina has tears in her eyes. At number 2, It's a Good Life, and this is definitely one of my favorites, and this one has got Bill Mumy in it, who has been in I think he was I know he was in 2 other episodes as this boy who controls his town, which is basically nothing left, and there's only a few residents, and he has to have his way all the time, and when someone upsets him, he turns him into something, and wishes him into the cornfield, and the end. The ending of it is memorable, where the man has a birthday party, and he wants to play a record, and the kid doesn't want to hear it, and then the man starts going crazy, and then he says, "You're a bad man," and then all of a sudden turns him into a jack-in-the-box. And at number 1, I have to add this to this list, and this is To Serve Man, and this is the one with the big-headed aliens who talk, but you don't hear their mouths speak. You don't hear their mouths move, and these aliens arrive on planet Earth, and they all think that they offer solutions for peace and all that, and then turns out towards the end, and anyway, there's this book that says To Serve Man, and it turns out that it's a cookbook, and it's definitely one of the most memorable episodes of the 3rd season. Now we're going on to season 4, which by that time had gone to hour-long episodes, and there's only a couple which I thought were pretty good and that are my favorites, and I personally didn't really think much of that season, even though I have it as part of my complete series collection. And from that season, from number 2, Jess Bell, and this one has James Best in it again, and this is about this girl who practices to be a witch to win the affections of this guy who doesn't love her, played by James Best. And at number 1, The New Exhibit, and this is about this worker at this wax museum. When the place closes down, he keeps the wax figures in his basement at home, and uses an air conditioner and takes care of them, and his wife starts to get upset, and then all of a sudden they start to kill his wife and then her brother, and the owner of the wax museum visits him near the end, and his former employee visits him at the end, and they kill him off, and then towards the end they start to turn on him, and it's definitely one of my favorite episodes from that season. That's all of this video, and the last part will be coming up soon, which is season 5. Until then, this is Ron here saying take care and see ya.